Thank you, Chairwoman and Ranking Member. Today, Democrats are pushing the conspiracy theory that President Trump has put the Postal Service in great jeopardy. This is just more hysteria in a long line of Democrat hoaxes, including the Russia probe, the Mueller investigation. Remember Adam Schiff? He saw with his own eyes proof of Russian collusion. I guess he must have kept that from Mueller. Oh, who can forget the impeachment sham, by the way, attacking the president's loans, his business associates, of course, his tax returns. They've nothing to offer the American people but attacks on the man they despise, Donald Trump. The Postal Union should realize, and I know they've endorsed Joe Biden, but they should look at this. The Democrats are throwing the postal carriers under the bus just to get at Trump. It's despicable. If the Postmaster General's donations are a conflict to his doing a good job, wouldn't the postal unions, millions in donations over the years to Democrats, disqualify them from delivering the mail? Message to all postal workers, the Democrats are insulting your integrity. Weaponizing the House Oversight Committee to fuel Speaker Pelosi's postal conspiracy theory is an outrageous abuse of power. Don't be fooled by the partisan rhetoric. The reality is the USPS has the money they need in the near term, certainly through the election. The Postal Service has the most cash on hand it's had in years, and it has access to a $10 billion CARES Act loan that it's not even tapped into yet. But, we had to come back this weekend to vote on more money for the USPS. The Postal Service will prioritize ballots over other mail. They will process election mail as first-class mail regardless of the postage used. And Postmaster General DeJoy has assured the American people, and I quote, the United States Postal Service is fully capable and committed to delivering the nation's election mail securely and on time, end quote. The Democrat attacks on the Postal Service are baseless. Now, the Postal Service has been losing some money, $8.8 billion last year. A big reason for these budget deficits is the evolution of technology. The internet, first-class mail is down. This issue significantly predates the Trump administration, but now, due to the pandemic, online business is booming. Package volume through the roof. Package revenue this year increased $2.9 billion compared to FY 2019. In other words, the Post Service has made more revenue in the pandemic than it did in the last period, or the same period last year. USPS is in no immediate fiscal danger. On June 30th, the board said that they have, and I quote, significant liquidity to continue operating through at least August 2021, end quote. Postmaster DeJoy has said, I don't need anything to deliver mail on election night, but we do need legislative reform. We need freedom from a change in the Postal Regulatory Commission regulation, and we do need to be reimbursed for our costs, end quote. The fact is, the Postal Service well prepared for the election? Yes. Postmaster General DeJoy has had a long career in logistics, unanimously selected for the post by the Board of Governors, which has 2 Democrats, by the way. He's implemented common sense cost-cutting measures to address the problems. Saturday's bill, which passed, tries to halt those reforms and operational changes. While in the short term, the Post Service will be fine, reforms must eventually be instituted to ensure solvency. As far as these protesters outside the home of the Postmaster General, these protesters who are banging pots and pans, intimidating and bullying the postmaster is terrible. It's unconscionable, but completely in line with the book-burning, police-eye-lazing criminals who are destroying lives, destroying property in Democrat-controlled cities. But hey, that's who they are now. Let's not call the Congress back to fix the lost unemployment in a pandemic, but let's call the Congress back to vote to give the post office more money they don't emergently need before we even hold the investigative committee hearing, all to support a conspiracy theory that a bipartisanly selected Postmaster General is trying to steal in an election. This is theatrics. It's a joke. What a way to end the Democrat majority's time leading the House. Another conspiracy theory, an attack on the president. Typical. Actually, it's saddening. Our postal workers are quite capable, and they are ready for the 2020 election. Madam Chairman, with that, I yield.